Prime Minister Modi, who I was pleased to see again last year.
Hello and welcome. I'm Udhayanidhi Pratap Singh. You're joining us on News X in a sharp political face-off in the Tamil Nadu Assembly. Chief Minister C. Joseph Vijay and Leader of Opposition Udhayanidhi Stalin have exchanged strong remarks during the motion of thanks to the Governor's address, turning the debate into a heated exchange of charges and counter-charges. Vijay targeted the DMK over allegations of corruption, drugs and law and order failures, while using his trademark Kuti story to take a dig at the opposition, prompting a DMK walkout. In a dramatic closing moment, Vijay sought permission from the speaker and performed a cinematic gesture, also drawing political attention after reportedly mimicking former CM M.K. Stalin. Responding sharply, Udhayanidhi Stalin condemned the remarks, accusing Vijay of insulting protesting farmers and undermining democratic indignity, with the exchange escalating further on social media. KV Lakshman, political analyst, is live with us. Also with us is Ramaswamy Mayappan, political analyst. Syed Asad Abbas, political analyst, also joins the broadcast. Jimsa Abraham, political analyst, is also joining us live. Let me make a start with you first, KV Lakshman, on what you make of this fresh war of words between the Chief Minister and the Leader of Opposition in Tamil Nadu. Do you believe this is something that has got personal now, or is the political optics clear for everyone to see?
This is something to be expected only with the kind of players on display. Both have strong connections to cinema, so there will be some cinematic action unfolding in the assembly as well. And that's what we are seeing. And increasingly, the fight between the ruling TVK and the DMK will sharply escalate, because DMK is very good as an opposition party. So we can assume, we can expect these sort of developments to be everyday affair in the assembly. And right now, it is like a two-horse battle in the assembly, in the absence of any third force that was to be trying to be built in Tamil Nadu, because with BJP kind of out and AIDMK seen nowhere, so the battle becomes between these two horses unless and until another player comes up in the assembly, because it is the place where debates will be sharp and people are looking at also the assembly very closely.
Yes. Okay. Let me in fact quickly also bring in Ramaswamy Mayappan as well. Ramaswamy Mayappan, personal attacks now in politics, is this a good sign? Also, the filmy reference, do you believe it was innocuous? Why was it taken so seriously by the Leader of Opposition, Mr. Mayappan? How do you react to how this entire episode has panned out from the assembly onto social media as well?
Bharat Mata aur Bharatvaasiyon ko mera pranam. A very good question posed by you. The quality of discourse is something that's constantly at loggerheads with people who want to catch attention, grab likes and more tags on any social media platform and get better viewership. I don't think the Chief Minister should be stooping down to that position. I don't think the opposition leader should be either. And both of them have a much bigger task that the people have elected them to be, and both the elected representative in the House and also the public who sent them to the House there. So first, I think the Chief Minister primarily was responding to the Governor's address and to the broader questions raised by the public. At that point, his Kuti story was an unnecessary remark, especially when the person he was referring to was not in the House to discuss the issue. If it was anecdotal, I think the former Deputy Chief Minister, the present opposition leader, did make a immediate quip both on platform X and in the House. But I don't think that was warranted either, because that again took it back to the same low that the Chief Minister had taken it to. Quality of discourse is something that constantly needs to be improved, and I think all elected leaders will have to set standards. And especially with these two leaders being relatively young to majority of the leaders across the country, the Chief Minister and the opposition leader are supposed to set standards that ensures young people who tomorrow want to take to public office or even to debates and interactions, actually get to better language and better utilization. Euphemism is fine, but euphemism should not be with an intent to merely insult someone, but if it is there to actually be for a lesson to be taught. I don't think any lesson was taught by either of those people in terms of the language that they used or in terms of the stories that was narrated. And getting personal in terms of someone being actor and theatrical or casting aspersions on someone saying you are merely cinematic and you've not started performing your duty is unwarranted either. So I think those things will have to be set aside and both will have to start performing their duties better from their elected offices. To that effect, I would have expected from the Chief Minister, from the Governor's remarks with regards to what policy changes are they bringing about compared to the previous government. Should have responded more from the finance white paper that was placed by the finance minister of the state with regards to what are the policy changes that they are bringing in terms of reducing the state debt, in terms of increasing the state revenue, in terms of providing better education measures, in terms of providing better job opportunities, not underqualified or underwhelming job in the service sector or elsewhere, but in terms of good entrepreneurial jobs or in terms of good technology jobs or manufacturing jobs in the state. These were not addresses the Chief Minister made. And the opposition leader also had a lot more opportunity in terms of stating when you guys got elected to office, you wanted to change status quo. You were, in Tamil, they said, Matrathirkana Arasiyal, and a political change is required, and that's the reason we came to office. When they ask for that, then they will have to talk about difference. But that did not happen. The law minister said the former government did not implement a policy with regards to a judgment of the Madras High Court. We also do not want to implement. When the previous government did not, we continue to do the same. And none of them have preferred an appeal. None of them have gotten their appeal numbered. None of them have gotten leave of the court. Nothing has happened. They continue to be in contempt.
Okay.
Tomorrow, if a private party says that when the state passes an order with regards to them, can the private party say, I have my right of appeal, I will wait until my appeal is preferred taken up by the court, until then I will not follow? Will the state not follow up with immediate action and penalize the individual, look at arresting him? Those are
okay. Do you believe Said Asad Abbas, this is much ado about nothing? Or do you believe there was reason to create such a storm over this reference, over this speech?
Well, that's how I've always believed with great power, there's great responsibility and equal accountability. Be it Vijay or Udhayanidhi Stalin, I think both of them are responsible for their words, their public address and their actions in the temple of democracy. Let us also understand, Uday Saab, that, there's this beautiful saying I have coined. You can take the actor out of Vijay, but you can't take away the acting in him, which will remain sacrosanct. And let us go back. Back in the parliament, back in the days, we saw these very interesting debates which used to take place between Sushma Swaraj and the likes of Manmohan Singh ji, where Manmohan Singh ji very famously addressed her with a shairi, Mana ke tere daad ke kabil nahi hai hum, and so on and so forth. History is testimony to this fact. But let us understand, it is absolutely okay, be it an assembly or a parliament, for respective politicians to share a bit of camaraderie or a light-hearted nature. It's absolutely fine. And I did see the action, the precisely that move made by Vijay, and I think that's fine. That's not condemnable or derogatory or anything disrespectful in that matter. But like I said, if there is responsibility as a chief minister, there needs to be accountability. Now coming to, let us talk about the core issues and the agenda here. Udhayanidhi stated that all the allegations made with respect to the farmers' protest by Vijay is uncalled for. Let us understand that the Vijay, as a politician, more so as an actor, is doing everything in his capacity and his best of nuance he's gained as his new role to bring into measures what he could do for the wonderful state of Tamil Nadu. We need to understand here that the opposition in place needs to question Vijay as they are the primary watchdog. But let us understand that bickering with small issues and making issues out of no issues is not going to make sense.
Yes.
I believe that Vijay spoke of jobs, spoke of employment, spoke of what can be brought in for the state of Tamil Nadu with respect for safety for women. All of these promises need to be made, and implementation of the same needs to come.
The DMK believes, though, Jimsa Abraham, that he was insulting farmers in the assembly, saying that he's turned the Vidhan Sabha into a theatre or a cinema-like place. Meanwhile, of course, many not very happy with the personal jibe that the leader of opposition has made, talking about a wife looking for her husband in court.
Yeah, unfortunately, what we're seeing is two tall young leaders in Tamil Nadu bickering, but most importantly, using humor for political signaling. I don't think there is much to be read into these instances. That being said, Mr. Vijay, the CM of Tamil Nadu, had explicitly during his address mentioned that he would prefer state autonomy. And I would presume that was a messaging against the center, and it was not on just one occasion that he said that. So that aside, I think two people who are well bonded, who've worked within the same fraternity, the entertainment industry, you're bound to see some flair and some panache between the two, and especially some pulling the leg and humor, some below the belt, of course. That being said, what we have to look into is if the center and the state can have a seamless and a cohesive administrative purpose going ahead.
Okay, let me take that back to you, KV Lakshman, as well. KV Lakshman, is this something that is, giving us an idea of what the next 4.5 years are going to look like in the Tamil Nadu Assembly and in the Tamil Nadu political arena? It's not been too long since the election results came out, but is this giving us a sense of what we're going to see in the weeks and months ahead?
Vijay, having won this kind of a mandate, would like to expand it. And what best other than to continue to focus on the issues, pro-Tamil issues as media rights and taking a slightly anti-center stand so that, he gets even more popular with the voters in Tamil Nadu. But smartly, what Vijay has done is that he has tried to curry favor with the center as well, saying that he will not be opposing the center just for the sake of opposing. The kind of nuanced political messaging he is doing, at the same time he has stuck to the stuck to the stand of Tamil Nadu rulers in the past, like DMK and AIDMK, when it comes to the language issue or education or need, and also speaking for greater autonomy for the state.
Yes. Let me, in fact, draw you back in here as well, Ramaswamy Mayappa, now to talk about, overall the political discourse in the country. Do you believe it is falling?
I'm with Abbas Saab. A mixture of good fun, humor, banter is always welcome. But yes, I don't think personal attacks on personal issues, family issues are necessary and welcome. One. And two, I don't think the public is looking forward that either. Public does like some entertainment. Entertainment not at the cost of another person. And two, entertainment will have to add value here. Here, this entertainment that happened in the assembly did not add value. Generally across the country, we've had a wave, but I think in the recent past, pan-India is slightly better than at the state level, at least in Tamil Nadu, I think. Not just with Udhayanidhi Stalin and with Chief Minister Vijay, but also with some of the other political leaders, the quality of discourse in Tamil Nadu has been going down. Especially when we've seen leaders like Jayalalitha and Karunanidhi, even at the height of their political opposition, I don't think each of them called each other names. There were respectful gestures that they made against each other. There have been a lot of political jibes, but I have not seen them call each other names at all. And the same goes with MGR and Karunanidhi as well. And even Kamaraj, when he was there with Annadurai, he's been trounced in election so badly. But then that's not the negative remark that Tamil Nadu has seen. And for two tall political leaders to do this today is not welcome at all. So I think the quality of the language that they use and the intent with which they use it will have to change, will have to improve. One. And two, I think partly, even in terms of consumption, we are to blame. The public enjoys a little bit of this when the Instagram reels roll out or the YouTube shorts roll out of these. We scroll through them more often and there's more interaction on our part. Maybe the public also should say decisively that this is what we want of our leaders and we do not encourage and appreciate what else is happening.
Okay, let me in fact quickly ask you then about Syed Abbas, this kind of new politics in Tamil Nadu, which is obviously being defined by the youth, both young leaders. It's a very young chief minister and a young leader of opposition. Many believe that a lot of young voters have actually given the mandate to this government as well. That is, of course, in place in Tamil Nadu. Is this a kind of politics that you believe the youth enjoy? Will this appeal to the youth?
I'd say, George Washington once said, when you do the most common things in life, in the most uncommon way, you command the attention of the world. Of course, like I said previously, a little bit of lightheartedness and a bit of an action nature is all right. But when it comes to governance, when it comes to holding authorities of power, I think actions speak louder than the words. I think Mr. Vijay, Joseph Vijay, the Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, must walk the talk. There are no two ways about it. Now, with respect to what's happening between the two young guns leaders like Udhayanidhi and Vijay, I definitely rate Vijay much higher because Udhayanidhi is a product of nepotism in politics, and I'm somebody who's always been against the same. Udhayanidhi got everything on a platter. His first movie on the platter, and so did his so-called political career. Whereas Joseph Vijay, won the hearts of people of Tamil Nadu, and he came back with a never-seen-before mandate in India. What we see, the reign of Vijay, even beyond the likes of an MGR and an NTR or a Pawan Kalyan or any actor in the history of India. Also, as a matter of fact, when it comes to political bickering, let's understand what a legendary Prime Minister of India, Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, once said. मतभेद होना चाहिए मनभेद नहीं. There could be differences of opinion but not differences of heart. I think that is very important in politics. We could agree to disagree respectfully. There's absolutely no need for bringing the political intent and the levels of discourse and communication to a lower level, which has been happened across party lines in our beautiful country. But we must rise above it. What is most important, Uday Saab, is the political will and the political intent of the people who come through. If your political intent and will is only to disgrace each other with bad language, bad communication, bad marks, it's not going to help. But when it comes to matters of governance, implementation, policies, lawmaking, we could keep the level much higher. And that's when, in a democracy, when the opposition is the backbone of the same and the ruling dispensation needs to cohesively work together. You could always criticize. You could always bring in nuances of getting it better governance. But getting over at each other with lame excuses or something which does not make a difference is not the way. The very important question that you asked, Uday Saab, is with respect to the young voters. Undoubtedly, Tamil Nadu has given a resounding victory to Joseph Vijay, and this is undoubtedly the voice of the youth of Tamil Nadu, the Gen Zs, the millennials, or a large contingent which is a young voter. The young voter between the age of 18 to 35. And let us understand, even 35 and above have also given a large favor to the TVK. So therefore, when the mandate is of Vijay, I'd say you've performed yourself as a superstar, but now, when the people have given you the vote, respected sir, it is time that you keep your promises. Not just talk about it, but walk the talk. And that is where Vijay will resound himself, prove himself as a credential political leader who is for the masses. Of course, it's a lot more easier to play superstar political leader on a reel or in a movie. But getting the same thing in the real life, that will be a litmus test for Vijay, and that is where he needs to prove. And Udhayanidhi, I'd say, I think you can definitely hold TVK as, being in opposition. There is great power in that. You're a leader of opposition here, and that accountability can be held by Uday. But let us be more logical about it, a lot more rational about it, and something which summarizes his fear, where he's the questions and the allegations or the counter allegation needs to hold weight and needs to hold ground. Without which, people will not take Udhayanidhi Stalin seriously. They will only look at him as Karunanidhi's grandson or M.K. Stalin's son. Also, Udhayanidhi has a lot more to prove himself than Vijay. So therefore, let us hope that the level of discourse, the level of communication between these two young politicians, though they're not that young, is able to bring in through where they are able to reign.
All right. I'm out of time. Jimsai Abraham, I'll leave the last word to you on the trends that this entire episode are teaching us about Tamil Nadu politics going forward and Indian politics in general in our country.
Well, the kind of narrative that you see, the political signaling and messaging that you see is not promising. See, I would not like to take sides here, but it started well into 2014. You had the Shehzada jibes initiated by none else but the Prime Minister of India. And then you had the Gale Patna remark in the Parliament. So at the topmost level, when you start from the Parliament, you see this seeping down to the assemblies in the states as well. Not very promising per se, especially for the young lot, people who are intent on seeing comprehensive dialogues and discussions take place in the assembly. Not very promising. That being said, since these two are, like Bas said a while ago, are relatively young, we can certainly hope that things change in the long term.
My thanks to all of our guests for joining us. We've run out of time. Let's slip into a short break. The news continues on the other side.
पुकारे आओ रे हर हर शंभु गाओ रे हरिद्वार में कुंभ सजे श्रद्धा की डुबकी लगाओ रे हर हर गंगे गंगे हर हर गंगे भस्म रमाए साधु चल रहे गूंजे शिव के नाम गंग किनारे दिव्य अलौकिक ओजस पूरा धाम युगों युगों का पर्व ये पावन मिलकर सभी मनाओ रे हरिद्वार में कुंभ सजे श्रद्धा की डुबकी लगाओ रे हर हर गंगे गंगे हर हर गंगे 14 जनवरी 2027 से हरिद्वार में सजेगा आस्था, अध्यात्म और सनातन चेतना का विराट संगम। आइए इस दिव्य महापर्व के साक्षी बने।
Are there going to be sanctions that are going to be reimposed on Russia now that the focus has once again been shifted to the Ukraine-Russia war?
We are looking at that. We're seeing how far the price of oil comes down. It's really tumbling. It's, I guess, 74, 75 right now. So it's down. It's soon going to be at the number that it was 4 months ago. It's pretty amazing. And on top of that, we will have an Iran without a nuclear weapon, which I can tell you the